There are two people in your office right now. They earn the same salary. They have the same job title. They drive to the same building every morning. They sit at desks that are 20 feet apart. In 10 years, one of them will have $340,000 in savings, zero debt, and a date circled on a calendar that says done. The other will still be calculating whether they can afford to replace their car. Same income, same starting point, completely different outcomes. This is not about luck. This is not about discipline in the way people usually mean it. This is about two different operating systems running in two different people's heads, and the fact that most people don't know which one they're running. You are going to see both of them clearly by the end of this. Meet the first person. Call them Person A. Person A earns $58,000 a year. Take home is $3,900 a month after taxes. Person A knows this number exactly. The first thing that happens when Person A gets paid, $585 leaves immediately into an index fund, into a retirement account, automated, invisible, non-negotiable. Person A lives on $3,315, not $3,900. The $3,900 never really arrives. The system removes it before there is a chance to spend it. This is not a sacrifice. This is an architecture. The architecture runs whether Person A is paying attention or not. Person A has a car they bought with cash 4 years ago. It is reliable. It is not impressive. No one at the office has commented on it. Person A has not thought about this once. Person A's emergency fund has $9,800 in it. This number was calculated. It is exactly 3 months of their actual expenses. Not their imagined expenses. Their actual ones. Person A does not spend money to feel wealthy. Person A spends money to get things done and to occasionally do things that produce genuine enjoyment that has nothing to do with how it looks to anyone else. Now meet Person B. Person B earns $58,000 a year. Same take home, same desk, same Tuesday morning. When Person B gets paid, the full $3,900 lands in the checking account. It sits there and becomes available. The first week of the month feels like abundance. Then the rent clears. Then the car payment. Then the subscriptions. 17 of them, most of which Person B has not thought about in months. Then the credit card minimum. Then the coffee. Then the lunch. Then the dinner that felt earned. By week 3 of every month, Person B is watching the checking account balance the way someone watches a weather forecast. Hoping. Adjusting. Move in small amounts. There's no investment account. There was a plan to start one when things settled down. Things have not settled down in 4 years. Person B's car is a lease. The payment is $430 a month. The car is 3 years old and already being replaced because the lease is ending and there is no cash to buy something outright. Person B is not reckless. Person B is not irresponsible. Person B is running a financial operating system that was never designed to build anything. It was designed to consume what arrives. You are 32. 3 years have passed since both of them started at this company. Person A, $38,000 invested. No debt. Emergency fund intact. Has not opened the investment app during a market drop, even when the market fell 18% in 4 months and everyone was talking about it. Person B, $2,200 in a savings account. $4,700 on a credit card. $12,000 remaining on a personal loan from a year ago when the emergency fund didn't exist and something happened. Still paying. The distance between them is not income, it is architecture. The gap begins with one decision that person A made 3 years ago and person B made also, except person A made it with the money moving first and person B made it with the money staying and good intentions filling the gap. Good intentions do not compound. Person A does not budget the way most people budget. Most people track what they spend and feel guilty about it. Person A tracks what they keep. The investment is not a line item at the bottom of the budget. It is the first transaction of the month, before anything else moves. The rest of the budget arranges itself around what remains. Person B has a budget. It is a spreadsheet made in January. It has 31 line items. It has never been opened in March. A budget that doesn't run automatically isn't a budget. It's a wish list. You are 38. 9 years in. Person A, $97,000 invested. Portfolio returned $8,600 last year without any additional effort. Car is paid off. Emergency fund rebuilt twice after 2 unexpected expenses. Both times the fund absorbed the problem and returned to full. Both times no credit card debt was created. The problem was contained. The system held. Person B, $14,000 in savings. 2 credit cards. A personal loan that was consolidated once and is almost paid off and will feel like a relief when it is. Plans to start investing seriously next year when the loan clears. Next year is the same sentence person B has said for 9 years. Next year always has something in it that makes now not the right time. The right time was the first month. Person A does not know the details of person B's finances. They sit 20 feet apart and have lunch sometimes and talk about the same things everyone talks about. The gap between them is invisible at the surface. This is what separates old money thinking from new money thinking. It is not the amount. It is the sequence. Old money thinks, invest first, live on the rest. New money thinks, live first, invest what's left. What's left is usually nothing. What compounds from nothing is nothing. The two operating systems produce wildly different outputs from identical inputs. You cannot see the difference in year 1. In year 3, you start to feel it. In year 9, it is a gap that will take something extraordinary to close. Person A is not extraordinary. Person A did one ordinary thing in an unusual order. On the first day the income arrived, the investment came first. Every month after that, same thing. This is the rule. It is not complicated. It does not require genius or inheritance or a different salary. It requires the money to move before the mind gets involved, because the mind will always find a reason that this month is different, and the month after that, and the month after that. The operating system you run with money is chosen, usually by accident, usually inherited from what you watched growing up, usually never examined. You are in the same office as both of these people. You have been running one of these systems. You may not have known that was what you were doing. Now you do. The gap is still closable. It becomes harder to close every month. Person A will reach $340,000, not because of a raise that finally made it worth starting, not because the market did something unusual, not because someone handed them an advantage, because of 15% moved automatically on the first of every month for 15 years. And the months compounded into each other, and the returns began outpacing the contributions. And the machine ran whether anyone was watching it or not. Both people are still in the office. Both systems are still running. The only question is, which one is yours?